Does this sound familiar? It's 3 a.m., and once again, you're up making your pilgrimage to the bathroom. It's not the first time tonight. This constant interruption doesn't just wreck your sleep. It steals your energy, clarity, and vitality for the next day. You feel frustration consuming you with every trip in the dark, while your partner, of course, sleeps like a rock. And you wonder, why me? Is this just what aging is? Many believe so, resigning themselves to chronic fatigue, the fear of stumbling in the dark, and the idea that they'll never sleep through the night again. But I'm here to tell you something very clear. It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to accept a life of interrupted sleep and exhausted days. I'm Dr. Grace Prescott, a physician with over 20 years of experience. I've dedicated my career to unraveling the mysteries of the bladder and urinary system. Thousands of men and women just like you have come through my office feeling desperate and hopeless, but time and again, I've witnessed incredible transformations. Today, I'm not bringing generic advice. I'm sharing a key strategy in urology, a method about how, and more importantly, when to drink water that will finally let you claim your nights. It's a technique so simple, so logical, and yet so overlooked, you'll wonder how you didn't know about it sooner. Stay with me, because this knowledge won't just change your nights, it could change your life. Before I give you the solution, I want you to understand the true scope of this. Did you know that up to 70% of adults over 60 wake up at least once a night to urinate? And for many, it's 2, 3, or even more times. This has a name, Nocturia. And let me be very clear. While it's common, it's not normal. It's not a harmless toll of age. It's a siren blaring in the night, a warning signal from your body, and the consequences of ignoring it are far more serious than you think. Stick with me to the end, because I'll reveal not just why this happens, but the precise strategy, the method we teach our patients to break this exhausting cycle. I promise the final revelation could change your nights forever. The silent epidemic and its hidden dangers. We call Nocturia a silent epidemic for a reason. People don't talk about it. They suffer in private with shame or resignation. But in my office, I hear the real stories. I hear from Michael, a 72-year-old grandfather who loved building model ships and bottles, and had to stop because his hands trembled from lack of sleep. I hear from Susan, a 68-year-old retired teacher who fell and fractured her hip on one of her nighttime bathroom trips. An accident that cost her independence. These aren't anecdotes, they're the harsh reality. The problem goes far beyond feeling tired. Let's talk plainly about the dangers lurking behind these bathroom trips. First, the risk of falls. In the dark, half asleep, your balance is terrible. The path to the bathroom is an obstacle course. A rug, a piece of furniture, and the consequence could be a life-changing injury. For an older adult, a hip fracture can mark the start of rapid decline. Second, the impact on your cognitive health. Deep sleep isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. During sleep, your brain cleans house, consolidates memories, and clears out toxins accumulated during the day. When your sleep is fragmented night after night, that cleanup doesn't happen properly. The result? Brain fog, trouble concentrating, poor memory, and over time, a higher risk of neurodegenerative diseases. It's not age making you feel forgetful. It's the lack of quality sleep. Third, the strain on your heart. Every time you wake up suddenly, your body releases stress hormones. Your blood pressure and heart rate spike. If this happens multiple times a night, you're subjecting your cardiovascular system to constant stress. Multiple studies link severe nocturia to a higher risk of hypertension and other heart issues. And finally, the emotional toll. Chronic fatigue steals your joy. It makes you irritable, anxious, and can lead to depression. It pulls you away from what you love, from your people, and traps you in a cycle of exhaustion that's hard to escape. You stop being you. And why does this happen as you age? For several reasons. First, your body produces less antidiuretic hormone ADH at night. ADH tells your kidneys to slow down urine production while you sleep. With less ADH, the urine factory keeps running full speed. Second, your bladder capacity may decrease. And third, something few know about, fluid redistribution. If your ankles swell a bit during the day, that fluid doesn't vanish. When you lie down, gravity stops holding it in your legs. It returns to your bloodstream, passes through your kidneys, and ends up in your bladder, waking you a few hours later. Now that you understand the gravity of the problem and the science behind it, we're ready to debunk the myths and build the solution. Debunking the myths, the mistakes that make things worse. Before revealing the right strategy, we have to stop doing what's wrong. Most people with the best intentions make mistakes that actually worsen nocturia. Let's shatter the 3 most common myths. Myth number 1. To avoid urinating at night, I drink as little water as possible during the day. This is the most common mistake, and believe me, the most counterproductive. It seems logical, doesn't it? Less water in, less urine out. But your body isn't that simple. When you dehydrate during the day, your urine becomes highly concentrated. That super concentrated urine can irritate your bladder walls. Think of it like pouring lemon juice on a wound. That irritation can make your bladder nervous, sending go to the bathroom now signals even when it's not full. Plus, when you finally drink something in the afternoon to quench built-up thirst, your body in conservation mode tries to process that liquid all at once, often at night. Paradoxically, drinking too little during the day can lead to more bathroom trips at night. Myth number 2, the problem is I have a small bladder. I've always been this way. Look, while some people may have a smaller functional bladder capacity, in the vast majority of Nocturia cases in adults, the issue isn't the size of the tank, the bladder, but the pace of the factory, the kidneys at night. As we said, lower ADH production and fluid returning from the legs are the real culprits. You could have the biggest bladder in the world, but if your kidneys are producing urine nonstop, you'll wake up anyway. Blaming a small bladder is an excuse that keeps you from tackling the root of the problem. And no, it's not something you have to live with. Myth number 3, a glass of wine or a beer relaxes me and helps me sleep. It can't be that bad. This myth is especially harmful. While alcohol might make you drowsy at first, it actually sabotages your rest, especially when it comes to bathroom trips. Alcohol is a potent diuretic. But worse, it sharply suppresses the release of that valuable antidiuretic hormone, ADH. So when you drink alcohol before bed, you're creating a terrible combo. First, you're taking in liquid, and second, you're turning off the brake your body uses to avoid producing urine at night. It's the perfect recipe for nocturia. Plus, alcohol disrupts sleep quality and often causes you to wake up in the second half of the night. Right, when your bladder is also saying enough, avoiding alcohol, especially in the hours before bed, is one of the most effective changes you can make. Now that you know what doesn't work, you've taken a giant step forward. You've cleared the ground. Ready for the strategy that actually works? The smart hydration strategy. Here's the heart of our conversation. This is the method that's given countless patients their sleep back. Forget drink less. The new mantra is drink smarter. The ASIM method is a 5-step strategy easy to remember. ASIM is an acronym. Adjust, soften, stop, integrate, manage. Let's go through it step by step, and then I'll add 2 extra keys for a foolproof protocol. Step 1, adjust your hydration. Drink more in the morning. The key principle is to front-load most of your liquid intake in the first half of the day. The golden rule I give my do you do this? When you wake up, start with 1 or 2 good glasses of water to kickstart your system. Throughout the morning, keep a water bottle handy and take steady sips. Don't wait to feel thirsty. Thirst is already a sign of dehydration. With lunch, another glass of water. By doing this, you give your kidneys the whole day to process liquids while you're active and upright. You're working with your body. By 400 p.m., you'll be perfectly hydrated. And now we can start preparing for the night. Step 2S, soften the transition. Land gently. From 400 p.m. onward, don't cut water off abruptly. We enter the landing phase. From this time until dinner, reduce the amount, maybe half a glass if you're thirsty. Dinner is critical. Try to eat at least 3 hours before bed and during dinner. Drink only enough to help swallow your food. A few sips, fine. A whole glass, number. This gradual reduction tells patients is this. Try to consume 75% of your daily liquids before 400 p.m. How? Your body, it's time to slow urine production. Step 3S, stop in time, the sacred zone. This is the strictest and perhaps most important step. Create a sacred zone of 2 hours before bed where you drink absolutely no liquids. If you go to bed at 10 p.m., your last drop is at 8 p.m., no exceptions. This 2-hour window is the time your kidneys need to do their final filtering and send that last urine to your bladder before you fall asleep. If you drink within those 2 hours, it's almost certain your kidneys will be in overdrive when you lay your head on the pillow, setting you up for a bathroom trip at 1 or 2 a.m. If your mouth feels dry, rinse without swallowing or take a tiny sip, but not a glass. This rule is sacred. That's the core ASIM method. But now come 2 extra steps that elevate it. Step 4. I integrate electrolytes. Improve absorption. This is a little trick to help your body use water more efficiently. Hydration isn't just about drinking water. It's about getting that water to your cells. Electrolytes help. The idea is simple. In your first glass of water in the morning, add just a pinch of unrefined sea salt and a splash of lemon juice. The salt provides sodium, which helps water get absorbed by cells, and the lemon adds potassium. This can make your morning hydration more effective, reducing thirst in the afternoon. Step 5M. Manage your dinner. Control the saboteurs. What you eat for dinner is as important as what you drink. For your last meal of the day, avoid spicy or acidic foods which irritate the bladder, too much sugar or simple carbs which can increase urine production. High water content foods like soups, watermelon, or cucumbers. Eat those earlier. Chocolate and caffeine, which are bladder stimulants. And of course, no coffee, tea, or sodas. Choose a dinner rich in protein and cooked vegetables. This keeps blood sugar stable and doesn't overload your system. There you have it, the complete SM method. It's not magic, it's applied science. Supporting techniques, boosting their salts. If the ASIM method is the engine, these techniques are the high-performance tires. They are the supporting strategies that maximize results. Support technique 1, double voiding. Ensure the tank is empty. Ever gone to the bathroom right before bed and 20 minutes later felt the urge again? It's because you didn't fully empty your bladder. The double voiding technique is simple and powerful. Right before bed, go to the bathroom. Sit on the toilet. Yes, men, you too. Sitting relaxes the pelvic floor muscles and allows a more complete emptying. When you're done, don't get up. Wait about 30 to 60 seconds. Relax. Now lean forward slightly and try to urinate again. You'll be surprised how often a little more comes out. That little more can be the difference between sleeping through the night or waking up at 3 a.m. Make this your ritual. Support technique 2, the gravity elevator. Manage fluids. Remember the fluid returning from your legs. We can get ahead of that process. The solution, the gravity elevator. 1 or 2 hours before bed while reading or watching TV, elevate your legs above heart level. Prop them on pillows, on the couch, or in bed. This uses gravity to your advantage, encouraging that fluid to return to circulation before you lie down. Your kidneys will process it, and you can eliminate it with your double voiding. You're proactively milking your legs so they don't do it to your bladder while you sleep. Wearing compression socks during the day also helps prevent fluid buildup. Support technique 3, salt shaker control. We used a pinch of salt in the morning, but too much salt in your overall diet is a disaster for Nocturia. When you eat too much salt, your body retains water to dilute it. You feel thirstier and drink more. Plus, your kidneys have to work double to eliminate that salt, and they need water for that, which turns into urine. Check processed foods, deli meats, and ready-made meals. Cooking at home gives you control. Cutting salt not only helps your bladder, but also your blood pressure. We've unmasked Nocturia not as an annoyance, but as a life thief. We've debunked the myths that kept you stuck. And I've given you the keys to the SM method and supporting techniques to take control. I remember my patient Michael, the model shipbuilder. After just 2 weeks with this protocol, he called me. His voice sounded stronger. Doctor, he said last night I slept 7 hours straight. 7. I didn't even remember what that felt like. This morning, my hands weren't shaking. I'm back in my workshop. I'm not just sleeping more. I feel alive again. That transformation is possible for you starting tonight. Reclaiming your sleep is a decision. The decision to apply what you've learned. Your action plan. Adjust your hydration, most of it before 400 p.m. Soften and stop. Reduce in the afternoon and respect the 2-hour sacred zone with no liquids before bed. Support your body with double voiding, ledge elevation, and salt control. You have the knowledge. You have the tools. The power to change your nights is in your hands. If this information added value to you, I ask for 3 simple things. First, hit the like button so this video reaches more people who need it. Second, subscribe so you don't miss other life-changing health tips. And third, this is really important to me. Go to the comments right now and tell me how many times you get up at night. Share your number. There's no shame here. Just a community of people who understand exactly what you're going through. By writing it down, you're not just taking the first step. You're helping others know they're not alone in this struggle. Thank you for your time and trust. Now go and prepare for the best night's sleep you've had in years. You deserve it.